What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the tower. So a few days ago, I did get the tier 21 4500 milestone. So in this video, I'm just going to show you my setup and a little bit of the gameplay, not too much, just towards the end of the run. So let's get into it. So starting off with my workshop, mostly everything here is maxed. The main things that I don't have maxed are range, shockwave size, health, and enemy attack level skip. I don't think enemy attack level skip or health matter that much, but I have all four of these things locked. I just have the health and the enemy attack level skip since I'm going full glass cannon. So I'm just making sure the enemies deal as much damage as possible to make sure I can get death defies. And here are my attack enhancements, over 4 on some of them. And all I really have in the defense is the orb size, and I just have the health to unlock the orb size. And for the utility, all I have is cash bonus and enemy level skip plus. For my cards, so I have pretty much everything except the econ and the EHP cards. So I don't have health regen, coins, extra defense, or critical coin. I also am not using death ray, and I don't have the range card on yet, but I will be using it. And at one point I will take off extra orb, and I'll show you why I'm doing both of those. Same with wave skip. So for my modules, I'm using my regular amplifying strike and death penalty. And the important things on these is the bounce shot range. So bounce shot range is pretty crucial to my build. I don't actually have it on my amplifying strike anymore since I rolled it off, but I used to have a mythic bounce shot range instead of the bounce shot targets. I'm also just using anti-cube portal and orbital augment, and I'm actually not using pulsar harvester for my generators. I'm using singularity harness instead, along with project funding. I do think singularity harness is a little bit better in the regular tiers if you have enough enemy level skips, since the scaling is pretty slow in the regular tiers. The pulsar harvester just doesn't help as much, and you get a lot of benefits from using this. Then for my cores, I'm using my dimension core and harmony conductor. This helps out a lot for the overcharge, which is really the only thing killing me. So this is really nice to have. And for my bots, I'm just using amplify bot and flame bot. I just use my tournament setup. I don't really care to make a new preset to lower the damage reduction. So I just use a max flame bot and amplify bot. I don't use Thunderbot because it works for bounce shots, which is the main point of my build, making those as consistent as possible on overcharge. For Guardians, I'm just using summon and attack. I don't think the attack really does much, but it's better than nothing. And lastly, outside of the run, is the perks. So here's the perks I banned. I just have 4 commons banned that I don't really care about, and then 4 purples. Some of them I don't want to take, some of them I don't really care about. And I didn't use auto pick for my run, I just manually picked my perks. And there's a few that I didn't take that I'll show you. So now I'll show you what I did to actually set up my run. So when I first got in, I made sure my orbs were at 30 meters, and then I put on the range card, just since I want my workshop orbs at 30 meters, and I also took out the extra orb card since I don't want those. And then I kept wave skip in until the end, when it actually started getting hard to survive. It is better to just take it out, since you can get more time to get your energy shields back. For my target priority, I did fast and then closest. The fast can be tough if they get buffed by a commander, but doing the target priority on them helps a lot. I also have all my ultimate weapons on, including Poison Swamp Stun. And the last few things I did was up my range to about 50 meters, so this is just a little bit higher than the minimum with the card. It did help against the tanks, with Tank's ultimate, towards the end. And for my shockwave size, I used 2.2, which is a pretty moderate size. It's not too small or too large, but it provides some nice consistency. And lastly, for the toggles I used, I actually had this off at the start to help me pick my perks, but I did turn it on later. I also have the range of ranged enemy on, and for my hit text, it's mostly just stuff to see when fleets die and how much damage they're taking. So Poison Swamp, Chain Lightning, which are my 2 main damage sources, Electrons and Thorns, and then modules and reroll shards to see when they die. So that's it for the setup. I've sort of already talked about the strategy, but I pretty much just want as many bounce shots as I can get. So I use super high bounce shot range. I had almost 11 when I actually did my run, which is really nice at 50 meters. The bounces can go really far. And the singularity harness does a nice job of making sure the overcharger and amp bot. A lot of the specific setup things I did were for the bounce shots, since that's my old build. I'll show a few perks right now on the screen that I didn't take, which are the Poison Swamp and the Inner Landmine perk, since those can actually be bad for bounce shots, so I didn't take them. Same reason for taking off the extra orbs. I think that's pretty much it. The main thing about this build is trying to get as much consistency as possible to kill as many overcharges as I can, since it really only takes one to just fully kill you. I'll show you what my damage looks like for my ultimate weapons. So I have 2.19 N Chain Lightning damage and 1.06 N Poison Swamp damage. And that is with Viking Funeral active. Now we'll just show you a little bit of gameplay from the end of the run. So I'll quickly show you the run stats. And then here's the order of the perks I had. So yeah, that's pretty much it. It did take me a lot of attempts since my ultimate weapon damage is pretty low, but I got pretty good luck on that run, which got me there in the end. So if you have any other questions about my build or anything else, you can leave those in the comments. And yeah, see ya.